All right, we are streaming, and I've noticed sometimes it takes a few seconds before it actually starts like running and recording.
Tweet.
But you can tweet it out now. Yep, it says I'm live. Hello everybody, Arbor617 here.
I'm RO Nitrox.
And I'm Little Tom's Good.
And we are doing a podcast on the recent kind of
what
the heck? I'm hearing the audio come through one of my there we go. Sorry for that. You're gonna hear a little bit of echo. It should be fixed now. And we are doing a podcast on the recent YouTube monetization update, partner update, whatever you want to call it. And as with the new podcasts, they're gonna be live. Your chat will be on the screen, so feel free to join in, chat with us.
The chat thing at the bottom works.
What do you mean?
The chat, has to say something right at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, because it kind of encourages that, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's do a quick sound check to make sure everything's good before we begin. Again, I'm Arbor617, blah, 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 blah.
RO Nitrox, da 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 da.
Now I'm Little Thomas Good. Alright.
You make a sound.
Yeah, you didn't go da-da-da-da.
Oh my god, the latency's so low. After you've all finished, we've already done it.
Oh, really? Yeah, I had the low latency thing on. Does the
rewind.
Ronald says
wait,
Nitrox
no,
is quiet.
rewind.
Nitrox, do you mind turning yourself up a little bit? Or is that possible? Or I can just turn I can turn you guys up, and Thomas, can you turn yourself down?
Okay.
You just turn yourself down a little bit. And
Done.
we should be a little better now. Let us know if the music's a little loud. Can you start putting podcasts on the website again? We could, but there's not much point because we have it on the YouTube channel now as well, which is
the podcast is so messy.
yeah, it's a lot easier for us just to put it on YouTube. Especially we can stream it, just let it
Yeah.
go straight to the YouTube, and we can put it in a playlist. We don't have to worry about
If you want it on our
uploading.
website, just go to the SoundCloud.
Yeah,
I'll
there's
put a
a-
link in chat.
Anywho, so the topic today is the new YouTube monetization update, or the new partner term, not in partner terms, partner qualifications, I guess, and kind of what it means. So I guess just a quick rundown. You can actually see the YouTube blog post up on the screen as well. That's kind of the first little bit of it. It's actually a lot longer than that. It's about 2 or 3 of those pages long. Basically says that starting now, rather than, what was it before, is you needed 10,000 views
Yep.
on
Yeah.
the channel in order to partner, and now in order to partner with YouTube, which is in order to get monetizing, in order to make money, in order to partner with another network, before you needed 10,000 views, and starting now you need 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subs, and then all that stuff in the last year. So you have to be a fairly kind of just active channel. So that's the bare minimum of it. But the real question is, of course, what does that mean? How does that affect everyone? So that's kind of why we wanted to hold this call, and just hold this podcast and talk to you about it and what we feel. And if you guys in the comments want to, tell us about your opinions on this and how it has or may have been affecting you, let us know. Do you guys have anything to kind of get started with this? Any of your opinions?
Well, all our personal channels got taken down. First of all, I think.
Yeah.
Did yours?
Mine's fine.
Okay.
I had the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
The good thing is, yeah, as long as you have 1,000 subs, then as long as you have like one video that made a bunch of views, then that'll hold you for like a whole year because it's within the last 12 years. Yeah,
For
some
me,
people say,
I'm pushing hard to try and reach the 4,000 hours by uploading the streams to my channel, almost at a daily rate. So
Yeah.
far, we're doing pretty good. I need to average 80 hours a day, and we've actually gotten pretty close to keeping up with that.
well, that's one thing.
My channel only has a quarter of the total I need, so I just gave up.
Well, you can always. I think that's what it's going to come down to. It's we need to have like kind of things that connect into it, or do like what I did, where you have like the behind the scenes, and then you reference it at the end of one of our animations to get it. It's weird though that the people are going to be trying to like hit this threshold and then stop. So they're going to do everything they can just to hit that 4,000 hours, whatever it takes. So a lot of people are like, oh, I'll just have all my fans leave this really long video up on all day for a few days until we hit the 4,000, then we'll be good again. So it's a kind of strange case.
Because of course we're in a unique situation where we, of course, popular on this one channel, but our side channels, 50-50. So as a whole, I think the requirements are reasonable.
BPG was fine. BPG.
Yeah, I'll go to that in just a second. Rainy Revel's asking, what would you recommend for small channels? In this specific case, I mean, if you're a small channel, this isn't really going to affect you that much. If you read the blog post, they will say that, of course, it's only really affecting, you know, if you have less than 4,000 watch hours, you're not making more than like $2 or something. So it's not like you're really losing out on that much.
Some people are making like 100 a year.
Yeah, barely. That was less than one. That was like 1% though.
Yeah.
So
what you're losing out most on is that you won't be able to join a multi-channel network anymore and get those extra resources.
Yeah, I'll get to.
That's the bigger loss.
Yeah. To answer, so what was it? Faint's ask, is BPC being affected? And yes, that's one thing I was going to mention, is that in the thumbnail, that shows the thing being no longer eligible, that is actually a screenshot from Black Magic Community. We're no longer partnered on Black Magic Community. We literally like just got partnered. We got partnered. Yep. We were just getting set up with Curse. Right when like, yeah, we finally got Curse. Now we can use Epidemic songs. And then boom, we saw that we're no longer partnered. Because we only have, what, 1,200 watch hours. We still need
closer than me.
Yeah, but we got a long way to go. So yeah, BBC is no longer partnered, unfortunately. It's got a long way to go. I'll probably mention that in the next community roundup, saying like, hey, let's try to get 1,000 watch hours or something, or another whatever. So it's unfortunate, but again, you know, BBC wasn't making money off videos anyway. It was just a community channel for fun, so I don't really care. But like Nitrox was just saying, the big problem is the partnering not with YouTube to make money, but partnering with networks for the benefits is now a problem. Because in order to partner with a network, you need to be kind of partner with YouTube as well, have the monetization enabled. So now that you can't partner with networks, you can't get like the music libraries or, you know, other little things that you use. So now we can't use, you know, the music without copyright. The music we're playing right now is actually probably going to get us the little content ID thing, and it's unfortunate.
Epidemic takes down BPC.
Yeah. So BPC is no longer. BPG's fine. BPG's got tons of views, tons of watch time or whatever.
If you're doing like a gameplay channel, you're pretty much going to be fine.
Yeah.
Especially the people who make a lot shorter content, like animations, who are going to get hit the hardest.
But Mohawk's here. Mohawk, you also said you had that problem. Mohawk, I think you said you were just recently demonetized. If you want to also share your thoughts on it, or kind of what happened in your case. We're just kind of engaging with everyone. Yeah, in After Infinity's case, one of our musicians, you may know, we had a little example. I was like, oh, you should be fine with your 4,000 watch hours. You know, you just got a video that got like 45,000 views. And then we checked it, and even though it had 45,000 views, it was only like 700 watch hours. So you might end up, if you do small little 2 to 3 minute videos, like animations or songs, you might end up needing like, you know, 300,000 views or something in order to get that threshold, which is a lot of views. That's a whole lot getting started.
Yeah.
That's like, most little small channels are happy to get like a few thousand on each video.
Yeah, that's why I'm literally like pushing to upload daily, every single day, back up the hours.
The longer the videos you make, the less views you have to get.
No, sorry, not 700 views, Ronald. The video had 45,000 views, and the 45,000 views translated to 700 watch hours. That's the comparison I was making. So basically, even though you may have a really big video with a lot of views, you only have a few hundred hours, whereas you need 4,000 watch hours now. Yeah. So basically, he needs to have what, like even more than that, like 5 or 6 of those videos. So yeah. It's gonna be around 300,000 views if you have just small little videos. Someone a moment ago was asking, is BPS affected by this? No, BPS should be totally fine. I mean, we definitely have the watch hours. We're already partnered. All that.
Thank God we had the compilations.
Subscribers, man, that's a close one there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're 4,000 subs away from 1.5 mil.
We guys changed BPG channel to BPG and BPC channel?
Oh yeah, just combine it.
Wait, what?
Just combine BPC and BPG.
Oh, just combine the channels.
Problem solved. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, so a few of them are becoming monetized or whatever. But so I guess let's kind of go into the next step of this. Is of course how is this going to affect people? the main thing, like we said, it's not really going to be affecting people's money that much because it's the really small channels that aren't making much anyway. But the big concern everyone has, and this is one that they said isn't true, but Dan and I, no one else really believes it, is earlier, about a year or two ago, I heard from some people who I believe are correct, that having ads on your videos makes it show up a little more in YouTube searches and related videos and whatnot. Whereas if you disable ads and you don't have them on, you're not going to get your videos seen as much. And that makes sense. Just think about it from YouTube's point of view. YouTube wants to put videos out there that are going to make them money. That's just how business works. So now the real question is these smaller channels that don't have ads anymore and can't get monetized, YouTube will know, oh, this channel's not partnered, it can't make money. So I don't want to put those videos in front of people. We want to put videos that'll make us money. So the real question is, these smaller channels that no longer have ads, are they going to have a harder time getting their videos out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah. Mohawk saying
something else I noticed. Oh, you go.
Oh no, I was just reading some of the comments. Yeah, Mohawk was saying basically the same thing, that yeah, they're going to prioritize the videos that make them more money, which is also why big, longer videos tend to do better and get put out there more. The longer the video, the more ad money they can make as well. Also,
I wonder if the Rots channel is going to get demonetized.
I was thinking that's actually going to upset that. I think Rots might be fine simply because of the really long runtime. Fong asked, did you mention that using music from Epidemic Sound may now... Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, Fong, about the biggest issue that a lot of us are having is the losing access to networks. And when you no longer have the network, now, yeah, you don't get your music and whatnot.
Yeah, I hope you like Kevin MacLeod songs, because you're just going to be hearing the same one.
If BPC is gone, will you go back to the website? No. BPC is not gone, we just can't make money or be partnered with it, which is fine. We can keep making videos, we don't really care how it does or whatever. So like basically it's even more impossible to get noticed now. We're not entirely sure, but that's just kind of the impression we're gathering. That's the worry. We don't know if that's the case, but that is the worry, that if you're a small channel and you don't have ads, that your stuff won't get shown as much. Genius also says it's more difficult to grow now that you need 4,000. Oh. You need the 4,000 watch time to use custom thumbnails?
You need to activate...
YouTube you can still use them. They were saying on Twitter that you still have access to all those features.
Yeah, I think we had those before we even partnered.
In the partner program now, you're still going to have them. You're not going to take it away.
Oh yeah, what about the community tab? Are they taking that away as well?
I'm not sure. I hope not. I hope I don't lose that on PPC. Wouldn't it be better to help grow those channels by, for example, put smaller channels? I'm not sure. I think YouTube just prioritizes big channels. That's how we've seen for a long time. I don't think YouTube sees any benefit in helping small channels.
The amount of content that's just on YouTube is just too high that they just want to prioritize what they know isn't going to cause advertisers to run away.
Yeah. If they can't show ads, they won't show up in the search. Smaller. Yeah. That's the unfortunate thing. Creeper, yeah, it seems to be that's going to be the case. I don't want to, scare everyone on this podcast, oh, small channels are going to die. It's just they might not get as much shown. But I mean, more encouragement to get out there, share your videos, get those 4,000 hours, and then you got your ads on, and then you're back in the game with everyone else. So it's not really that huge of a deal. It's just, it is, though, a pretty substantial change we've had. In all the time I've seen YouTube, this is one of the bigger changes that they've had. I mean, the demonetizing thing was kind of big, but it was like, usually, you could just fix it by correcting it and by going in there and requesting a review. That was more of a glitch. I feel a lot of that was just like Pug Life. That's just a glitch, That was
a glitch that hasn't been fixed.
Yeah. But I was talking. Hold on. Green Mohawk says I was talking to my network, and they said that even after the demonetizing, they'll try to keep people in access to things like Epidemic Sound. Yeah, I've heard that as well from a few networks. They're going to try to keep people in even without them making money, which is really interesting. I'm really curious how that's going to work out. Will your side channels die out? No. Well, okay.
My channel's actually not fine.
The last,
I wasn't making money from my channel, are you? Because my Curse account was connected to a PayPal account I don't have access to anymore, so I didn't get any of the money from my videos. So it didn't really affect me.
To the last two people, to Luigi and Creeper, I wouldn't see this in terms of dying out. It's just a matter of they're not going to be monetizable, and we won't be able to have. But I mean, we can still use Epidemic music. We just won't be able to make money, which is fine because we can't make money anyway because we can't make money because we're no longer partnered or whatever.
It's a problem for me because I just got partnered with the Frederator network on my personal channel, and I do not want to lose that.
Yeah.
So I really need help pushing the watch time up over the next 30 days.
Another reason why
that'd be great.
Another reason why I heard this was happening, it's like a behind-the-scenes reason, is that because of the adpocalypse and all the advertisers pulling out, YouTube don't have enough ads to give out to people.
I don't know.
So by limiting the amount of people that are monetized, they can share out more ads to people. Because people noticed, even though a video is monetized, you don't always see a video an ad on the actual video.
Interesting theory.
What I heard and what I actually kind of believe is the case, well, at least what I hope the case is the whole thing last year about the whole everything getting demonetized. And it's just random stuff. I think they realized there was no real way of them having an algorithm that would detect the videos are bad and demonetize them, whatever. Because we saw things like Pug Life Part 1 was demonetized. Star Citizen streams were demonetized because they weren't advertiser friendly, even though they're just completely normal videos. So what I'm thinking is that they're just overflowing and overflooded with tons of videos that are demonetized and then have to get requested and reviewed. So I think by doing this, it limits how much of that they get by a lot. And think about how many are channels with 5 subs that had a video that got demonetized because it's kind of random. So
aren't they? Sorry, you finish.
No, I was just going to say so by limiting how much they get, that means they're going to more easily be able to handle the bigger channels and more quickly respond to them, more quickly find out if it was actually a problem or to deal with it. So it's more of just getting rid of all the huge influx of small videos that are getting stricken or whatever.
Yeah. Aren't they hiring a good 10,000 people to manually review videos?
Yeah, they said that. Let's say that.
There was some. Yeah.
I think it's only for Google preferred channels though.
So someone just joined in the chat, so let's kind of go over things again. Some people may be joining recently. We're holding this podcast to talk about the new YouTube monetization terms, or the new partner terms, however you want to look at it. They recently changed the threshold of how many subscribers and views and watch time or whatever you need in order to become a YouTube partner, which affects whether you can make money on YouTube, also affects whether you can partner with a network. Black Plasma Community was just recently, when they made this change, Black Plasma Community is no longer eligible for being a partner. Some of Thomas's channels, Nitrox's channel, both of them are no longer eligible. A lot of small channels are no longer eligible.
See, Sam's is gone as well.
Sam's will probably definitely gone. He hasn't released anything in a while. YouTube is really strict on advertiser-friendly videos. Yeah, well, they're strict on that, but then whatever is detecting them isn't really detecting it correctly. Yeah, there's not really that much to worry about, other than the potential that the small channels won't get their videos out there that much. So you're just gonna have to find more ways of spreading your videos in communities, having a bunch of people watch them, or just get lucky. I'm sure people will still be able to. It's not like if you're not monetized, your videos just won't show up. YouTube doesn't really pay us. Yeah.
Spamming uploads daily is probably an easy way to do it.
It's also probably more financially beneficial for you if you just make a Patreon, because I think some YouTubers did the math, and if only I guess 2% of the, your fan base actually supported you on Patreon, you'd make more money than you ever would on YouTube.
I feel like one of the reasons Patreon is expanding so much lately is because YouTube's doing poor with their money situation. So everyone's moving to Patreon, which is making Patreon more popular, which is making the viewers more comfortable becoming patrons. Yeah, if you guys haven't already, I see a lot of people in chat right here that have been patrons or have Patreons of their own. Getting familiar with things like Patreon is probably going to be the way it's going to go in the future. Or there's other little browsers and things, but Sam's not here right now.
Can't talk about this.
Or YouTube Red, yeah, that's an interesting.
If you don't live in the
if you live in the US, it's only in the US still.
It's in the US and in some really obscure countries.
Yeah, it's
I don't know
gonna
how
be-
they picked all that.
It's interesting that Zophos mentions Twitch. It's interesting that I wonder if this is gonna push away these smaller channels because they're gonna kind of feel eventually. You can only take so much before it's just like, okay, this platform doesn't really do well to small channels, so people might be just trying other options, trying other platforms and stuff. So why did YouTube change the partner program? I think it was mostly because of the whole last year stuff. They updated a lot last year with the whole your videos would become demonetized if they weren't advertiser friendly, and then they probably got a whole bunch of videos being demonetized and they weren't able to keep up with it, so they made it so less videos are getting demonetized by making it so less videos can be monetized. It's not counting something. Are they going to increase?
Possible bright side. This replaces the what's it called, the yellow icon.
Wait, what?
What if they take this out because of the
I don't think
removing of the mini channels?
No, it'll just be more.
It's just gonna be.
I think they're getting rid of that bot and just replacing it with actual human.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
Which
as
could
well.
be worse.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a 50-50.
I'm not sure what they're gonna do with it.
I hope they give us the option to like request a review before we put the channel, put like a video up.
Oh, then everyone would do that.
If that thing existed, that would be great. Which means we can get all our videos reviewed before we make them public and lose money when they get demonetized.
I think they said they were going to do that actually, though.
Oh please.
Every video was going to be reviewed.
Oh God. Hopefully not by an actual person. No way.
At least if you're in the
I don't
preferred
think that.
creator program,
Oh,
which is like the
preferred
top
one, yeah.
people.
Yeah.
We need to get into that. Hey, we have a million subs.
I can get to
Probably
we can get to some little side questions at the end in just a bit. This will be a pretty short podcast. This isn't gonna be like the Star Wars one. We just wanted to kind of make this video, announce it. One of the big announcements, of course, is that BPC is no longer partnered. So if you guys want to help share BPC around to people in the community, find more things to watch, we'll have the animation collab in a few months. I feel like that might help us get those watch hours because we'll have a big collab of all the different animations and everyone can kind of watch that. Something else I was just about to mention related to this whole situation, but now I forgot. Oh, yeah, if you're
Bitcoin.
If you're a smaller channel, I'd recommend just trying to, really push a bunch of kind of long videos, and that's what they're catering towards anyway. They want people to make these longer videos. That's why it went from views to watch time now, because they specifically want long videos that can make them, moolah, collab. What were you saying the other day when we were heisting, and you were like, oh, the coolest or something? You're like
The coolest.
Yeah, the person's the coolest.
Yeah.
But it's like coolest person. Hello, it's the coolest.
No, I'm not
if
saying
YouTube
cool,
changes
I'm
the
saying
YouTube
cool.
partner channel, will you guys make a Black Christmas songs channel?
Black Cluster songs. I think that's after 50's channel.
Yeah.
Aurora Sound.
Thanks for letting me know. I'll share your video with links in Facebook. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, but again, we're not super worried about that on this channel. For me,
I am.
No, yeah.
Worry about it for mine. Help me.
BBC. Yeah, go help like Nitrox and the people. Everyone here who's great.
I don't care about mine.
Yeah, exactly. Just try making a few big, longer videos. Consider doing things like streams as you work. Stream yourself working to get a lot of longer watch time. Put like compilations together, like a 1 hour version. That's one thing I was telling Dan after Infinity. We're like, we can probably make once he gets like a lot of music, he can make like a 1 hour song of all his other songs, so people can just kind of put that on and listen to it to get the watch time. The streams help a lot, yeah. I'll need to give you guys like you need your mod. Add moderator.
So let's do some math. We have 30 people watching right now. How many hours of streaming
do we need to do?
30 people watching.
We need about 3,000 hours. We're about 1,000.
Let's see.
Just watch the Stars podcast again, again and again.
Yeah, Nightox, what's your current watch time at?
My current time is about same as Thomas. I'm a quarter of the way in, at least from when it started. But for the first day, when I started getting people to help leave the work streams up, I had about 80 hours on day 1, then 53 hours day 2. That night I'll find out what day 3's hours are. But I also did a stream on YouTube earlier this last night / this morning, and I averaged about 15 people watching the stream for 3 hours, so that's 45 hours right there.
Oh wait, stream does count?
Yep. Yeah.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
And I would imagine so.
It goes to your total watch time.
Video.
No.
Okay, that's good.
One thing to...
So yeah, I need to average about 80 hours a day, and we're doing pretty good so far. So if
If that wasn't the case, BPG wouldn't have got it.
Yeah, streams definitely help. Oh man, again, I've problem with reading chat and listening is I'm hearing things and reading chat and I'm like forgetting things. What was someone else say something while I try to remember what I was going to say. Totally forgot.
Help save my battle. Put my work streams up on your computer when you're not doing anything and let them just run on loop. Thank you.
Oh, now I remember what I was going to say. Was that one of the things, if you read this article, I should have linked the article. Sorry for not linking it. I'll put it in the full version. Once the video goes live, I'll link it. You can just type in like YouTube creator partner policy, new partner persona, whatever, and you'll find this pretty easily. But basically what I was in, if you read the full article, it says like, oh, we're trying to limit the amount of, they call it bad actors. Bad actors, that's just their way of saying
wow, I wonder
crap.
who's that?
Yeah.
Who's that referencing?
Yeah, just basically bad channels. They say they're trying to limit the amount of bad actors by doing this, so the smaller, so it's harder for these bad actors to get big, but then it makes it harder for everyone else. And to me, I was thinking, I don't know if that's really, this isn't going to really limit the amount of crappy channels. If anything, it's going to almost like encourage crappy behavior. It's going to, like Tori mentioned VBots as a joke, but that's the kind of thing people are going to start doing now. It's going to be like, oh,
yep.
I guess I'll have to just make a bunch of crappy videos and put up a whole bunch of long, top 10 BPS animations in September 2013. They're going to have to just, people are going to start finding weird ways of just releasing more junk in order to get the watch time. And it's not really encouraging like quality anymore. People usually will just think about like,
I never would have spammed live streams all day in any
yeah.
situation, but here I am doing it now.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that it's very... I don't believe that it's going to limit the amount of bad channels. I think it's just going to... A lot of the bad... When I think of bad channels, I think of all the re-upload channels that just re-upload other people's stuff. And those channels usually have a lot of views and get a lot of subscribers. And they'll pass the threshold right away, and then they're going to be considered a good channel, which is silly. Following asks...
Unless they're reviewing the new channels, too.
Public animation needed. Smooth animation... Yeah, you have to... having these big hitters, big quality things is going to be helpful. YouTube wants channels to become popular. Yeah, they make it harder. I don't know what YouTube just wants the big channels to get bigger so they can just keep making more money. They seem to be looking in the channels that have like over 100,000, try to get those channels bigger. But the more channels they have that are in like the millions, making a bunch of numbers every month. Are you guys still thinking about hiring people stage 1? Scrolling through questions. I'll say YouTube's been planning. Yeah. I'm just worried about one channel reaching 4,000. They're going to do this to prevent re-upload. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Mohawk. That they kind of mention as if they're trying to prevent those kind of re-upload channels, but oh, I see what you're saying. They're going to have to. Oh, okay, that's an interesting point. What Mohawk was mentioning was that by raising the threshold, it also raises. It'll also lower the amount of channels that they have to check when it comes time to partner. When it comes time to become improved. Which means the more likely that people can actually like review the channel and make sure it's not just like a junky re-upload channel or something.
It's more likely, but it's still not very likely.
But
it's still like over 1 million channels.
Yeah. But also, channels can change. Make some decent stuff and then just switch over to making garbage afterwards. But that is an interesting thought. Hey, so I know this isn't related to this. Yeah. This is about getting near the end. Why they do this, we don't know. I mean, we'll never know why they really did it. I'm sure it has to do with money on their end. I'm sure it's costing. Will Arbor 617
money is the root of all solutions.
My channel will be fine because of the whenever I do the behind the scenes and I link them in the videos. I have a few behind the scenes. I have like 100,000 views each.
Before you get hopeful, no, they won't change it back. They never have went back on anything.
Yeah, YouTube never goes back on anything. They'll just change it again. That's what's going to happen. We're going to talk about this, and then a few months from now, they're going to change it again.
5,000 hours. 6,000 hours.
Yeah.
7,000.
They're just going to say you had to get partnered with a network.
10,000 subscribers.
Or they'll change the ratio of money you make per views or whatever.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, what YouTube really needs is competition. It's just a monopoly right now, which is unfortunate.
I mean, Yeah, if only like the
was
streamer
your question?
networks like Twitch and Mixer would actually invest in video
Fawn, can you
hosting.
repeat the question? I was probably talking.
Twitch
and I missed
actually
it.
did update their video management.
Yeah, they don't
system.
like publicize that very often though. It's still mainly streaming. Like,
Yeah.
The video manager on Twitch is so much more amazing now. It's like basically the
Yeah,
same thing as
Twitch.
YouTube.
Twitch is still a competitor to YouTube, but it's not quite the same still. Unless they get a good way of archiving video and browsing old videos and archives.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. They like updated the
They
head
did
of
add that now.
system, and it's fantastic.
I mean, it's a.
they just need to advertise it more and like have a 50-50 ratio between streams and videos. And then yeah, switch over to Twitch. Oh, we could live stream all our content like Funhouse do.
Yeah.
24/7
That's what I was
BPS.
saying earlier, Shadow, where it's like, they did it to, quote, you know, stop the bad actors, but it just stops everyone. It doesn't really... I guess they figure if you're a good channel and you're making good quality and you can get past that threshold, then you're good to go. Whereas if you're not, if you're getting there by like view bots or re-uploads or whatever, then now there'll be less channels hitting that threshold, which means it's easier for them to catch it, I guess. I don't know. Anywho, we're getting near the end of the podcast. If anyone else wants to start asking other just kind of random questions, I've seen some questions coming in before that I was kind of skipping because they weren't really on topic. If you guys have any other kind of questions before we end it, live stream or anime, yeah, live stream your work. You know, make compilations of your work, make like alternate endings, make behind the scenes. You know, make makings of and stuff. Just find more things. Oh, are you inspired? I'm glad we inspired you. Are you worried about Songs of War and BPS? Not too much. A while back I was worried about Songs of War. I'm still kind of worried about some things, but that's just me being worried about content I make in general.
Reverie gave us most of the information we need to know to prepare for it, really.
Yeah, right. Reverie actually ended up doing pretty darn fine as far as like people enjoyed it. The comments were good. A lot of people seemed to like
did better than Pug Life.
Yeah, some of the
I still can't fathom.
some of the likes, people still seem to enjoy it, even though it had voice acting and stuff. And
Skyfall did better.
It's not meant to get a bazillion views, and I'm sure it won't get a bazillion views. I'm sure it's actually going to be, view-wise, it'll look a lot worse than the rest of our videos, because a lot of people don't speak English, just won't understand and move on. But it's more meant just to get people really involved in the series, get people really interested, to have a few... I've had the mentality that like I'd rather have 100 people love it than a million people just kind of watch it and think it's alright. So I'm trying to really get those 100 people to really, you know, love the series, become big fans. Another thing mentioned also, how do I join the Discord? Oh, Thomas, do you mind linking the Discord in the chat?
Yeah.
If you're able to. Is every BPS member were to meet up, where would there be a large live stream? If we could do a live...
We actually do have semi-annual big meetups, which is conventions.
Yeah.
We should just buy... We should buy a 360 Connect and play Connect Bowling.
Amarian asks, as a small channel, how will this affect me? And the main way is that at the moment, if you're a small channel, it's going to be harder for you to become partnered and make money off YouTube. A little bit harder. You got to get more watch hours. You need to get basically a lot more views. You need 1,000 subscribers, and then
the biggest thing you lose out on is not being able to join networks.
Yeah, you can't join a network early on, so you can't get some of the perks that come with getting a network. As well as what I was saying earlier about if you don't have ads enabled, there's less chance that your videos are gonna be kind of put out there in front of other videos. So it might kind of hurt your chances of getting noticed early on. Will money or monetization be affected? Yes, that's what this thing's mainly about. Well, okay.
Potentially when you're monetized, you may get more ads because YouTube don't have to limit the ads to like loads of people now.
Yeah,
that's like the only benefit.
It will either unmonetize you completely if you're under the threshold now, or if you're above the threshold, it shouldn't really affect you at all. But we'll see. That's a good question. 176 asks, do you think this is good or bad or both? And that's an interesting way of kind of getting near the end of this. Is honestly, I don't know. We're gonna have to see how it turns out. It might have no effect at all, really.
Yeah.
I
think the demonetization thing was way worse than this.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, having videos that just completely lose their ad revenue for a while, and you have to manually review them. That was a bigger problem on these big channels that relied on.
That's still a problem.
Yeah, and the
As
one
a
video,
whole-
the one BPS video that had the demonetizing was, kind of no surprise, was the one that got like way less views than everything else. So we're
Yeah.
wondering if that was like related, if the algorithm detected, oh, this might not be suitable for advertisers, and then it didn't
Ooh.
put the video out there.
Ooh, that's evidence.
Yeah, because it probably, whatever the algorithm thought is like, oh, if it's not advertiser friendly, probably doesn't have ads.
I think Pug Life Part 2 surpassed
it did.
Part 1.
So that's why I think so, or it did in the amount of time, I think. So
Yeah.
I think that was a bigger problem. So do I think it's good or bad? We'll have to see. I don't think it's that bad. It may end up actually helping the channels that have passed this threshold. And if you really do just kind of work at it on YouTube for a few months, make some really good content, well, maybe not a few months, depends on how long you're doing, what kind of content you're doing.
You have a 12-month window to get the 4,000 hours.
Remember back in the days when you had to earn a YouTube partnership?
Well, back in the day, you didn't have to earn it at all. You just signed up and you had it.
Really?
Way back in the day, to get custom thumbnails, that was a huge deal. You had to be like a big channel with, like, connected with YouTube to get the custom
Remember
thumbnails.
when you had to be partnered to get like banners on top of the?
Yeah, and the banners and custom stuff. If you are a small channel and partnered, you might get unpartnered. Yeah. Is the animator position still open? Yes, it is. Would explain why I see YouTube channels have music videos playing 24. Yeah, that's honestly, yeah, just leaving like a live stream of your videos playing or something. What would you do if
should do
YouTube
that.
dies? I hope I don't have to come to that. If YouTube dies completely, something else will replace it. People aren't gonna just stop watching videos all of a sudden. People are gonna find another site.
YouTube's never really gonna die. It's just gonna keep raising the bar for its top
YouTube has
creator
done
people.
so much controversial stuff, and yet no one's left it. So they're not really doing much wrong. Well, they are doing much wrong, but like, it's not really affecting them.
I think
I don't think
turn
they're going
will be
anywhere.
the other way around. Rather than Netflix making the video streaming stuff like YouTube, I feel like YouTube's trying to emulate more of the
YouTube
Netflix.
wants to be TV.
YouTube wants to be more like like Netflix and TV and have shows and big creators that are kind of like the literally the channels. If a video isn't suitable for a certain advertiser, they should put different ads in the video. Yeah, well, I think they do, Creeper. I think they do. They'll put different ads, but then they put ads that are worth less or whatever, because there's less that wanted or whatever. If you're doing animation, then it'll take you a long time. Yeah, if you're interested in money, you'll need like Patreon stuff to support you. Will Songs of War be done a good year or so from now? Although, good news, you heard it first here, that I'm actually ready to start animating after all these years. Starting now, pretty much. Literally, if...
But you'll fall asleep.
Yeah, but I'm gonna fall asleep. Literally starting last night around 2 AM, we got the last of the dialogue in for one of the 3 story arcs, which is everything I need for that story arc. And also, we got a certain wolf rig created by a certain someone. Shout out to Alan9257.
Alan, can I throw my pug rig?
Yeah, Alan, now everyone wants you to help rig everything. You're gonna become the rigger. YouTube does want to be like TV. YouTube does want to be more like TV. That's why YouTube Red. Yeah, exactly. YouTube's trying to become that. Another little interesting thing I've always noticed, this isn't just like a recent trend in the last couple of months that YouTube's doing big channels. This has been something going on for years now. One thing I've always noticed that always bothers me, I don't know if you guys notice this as well, if you ever go to a random channel and it's like, here are the related channels, and every single one of them, it's like a big multi-million subscriber channel, and it picks a bunch of ones that you're not subscribed to, hoping you'll subscribe to these bigger channels. I don't know if you guys...
Isn't the related channels, though, just channels that the most people who watch the channel you're viewing also watch?
I'm not sure, but all I know is that I never see a small channel on there, like, ever. I've never seen, like, a channel that has less than, like, 10,000 subscribers on the related channels. It's always, like, huge ones. Which is weird, you know? Well, it's not that weird, I'm sure YouTube does that on purpose, but it's unfortunate that it's not actually channels that you may enjoy if you enjoy this one. It's just like, oh, here's a bunch of huge ones that you should subscribe to because you're not. Yeah, it's basically the top biggest channels that you're not subscribed to.
You literally have to do your own marketing.
Yeah.
Right off the start.
PewDiePie is in every recommended channels page. Yeah, basically.
It's funny because he's not even like Google preferred anymore.
Base it off your watch search and see who you sub to. Yeah, I'm sure they have all kinds of strange algorithms. Just because he has a lot of subscribers. Yeah, it seems like it prioritizes the big ones, trying to get you on them. Anywho, that's about it. Anyone have any final questions, final thoughts before we end the stream? Either people in the chat or you guys here.
If you want to support people, support them on Patreon and buy their merch.
Yeah.
If you want to support me, please do that.
Oh yeah, watch Night Talks' live streams.
I need help getting the 4,000 hours, so if you can help, that'd be
wonderful. How about the droid attack in the... No, what about the droid attack in the Wookiees?
The droid attack in the Wookiees was very important.
Yeah, honestly, like, even if all the people who were really into YouTube set aside, like, $5 a month, and then gave, like, $1 to their 5 favorite channels, even that would, like, solve the problem. Imagine if like...
In theory, that's what YouTube Red is.
Yeah.
In theory, that's what YouTube sponsoring is, but they only advertise that on the gaming channel. Like, it's odd.
We could enable that to ourselves.
Yeah, but you have to, like, actually go on the gaming channel in order to even subscribe to it.
People can just discuss this in off-topic if they want. I'm sure most people are going to just go back to their day after this is over.
Yeah.
YouTube should feature all sizes of channels. Yeah, but unfortunately, Creeper, small channels don't help YouTube until they get big, so they don't really... There's no incentive for them to help out small channels, because a good chance is that 99% of small channels aren't going to get big anyway. It's just people who made a few videos, may have been interested for a bit, then just kind of move on. So it doesn't make sense for them to like help out these small channels that might not go anywhere. If they could tell which ones would get big, they'd probably help them out, but they don't know, so they just figure, we'll see who rises up and gets a little bigger, and then we'll help them.
It's a multi-tier system.
Yeah. Bigger channels get bigger, so you just gotta start getting that acceleration, getting that growth. Anyway, I'm gonna end this about now and make some waffles. Thanks everyone for listening in. Definitely check out all our other channels, and
I'll probably stream again later.
Try to help us get that watch time.
Be there.
YouTube only... yeah, I imagine YouTube only really cares... I mean, any big business only really cares about money. I could do a whole podcast on, like, EA and all the gaming industry and stuff, and how literally all their games now are just made to make money and not really...
Everything mainstream sucks.
I know. Are we just becoming, like, old and cynical, or is literally everything nowadays just, like,
suck? We are mainstream ourselves.
Now, I feel like everything nowadays is just, like... Nothing's being made for the sake of making good stuff. It's just like, let's make things that can generate the most money. Let's make the new Star Wars churn out the most merchandise. Let's make Battlefront have the most loot boxes. Let's make YouTube get the biggest channels. It's got that kind of mentality with everything now. Whereas in the old days, it was just like, let's make this cool PlayStation 2 game that has a lot of work gone into it.
Let's make this cool game about a dude on a ring.
Yeah. I don't know, it's ridiculous. I wonder what YouTube's reaction to this video will be. Yeah, YouTube's not going to care about this.
Yeah, plenty of people upload videos about the...
Oh, they're going to demonetize it.
We're going to demonetize on this video.
Things are blocked in all countries.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening again, everyone. Again, I'm Upper617. And I'm all alone.
Serve me.
Night Talk.
I don't think he heard. I'm little Thomas Kid then.
And then that Night Talks.
I think he died.
Night Talk.
His ears imploded.
Night Talk.
What?
Hello. Oh.
Am I dead?
Hello.
I don't know. I was like, and I'm Upper617, and then
nothing.
We were gonna do that?
I don't know. I was just gonna say it.
Whoops.
Like, I realized that we probably should have introduced ourselves again, simply because we have our pictures, but not like a name under it. It doesn't say the names in the pictures, so I was gonna do one final like.
True.
Although most people here probably know.
The keyword is views.
Actually, a quick little question for everyone before we end it. Yeah, Stig did it actually at the end. Quick question before we end it.
Oh, it's still going? I thought it was over.
No, it's still going. How did everybody find out? For all those in the comments right now, if you guys let us know, how did you find out about Plasma Community? Which will kind of help us figure out like what is the best method of kind of sharing BPC. Most people here are pretty much in the Discord. People who comment all the time. Yeah, Discord, because Discord, yeah. Stig stream. The channel, not the stream. Black Magic Community channel.
Well, some people may have found it through
The community channel, Black Magic community channel. We're curious how we're just wondering where people find about this channel.
Feature channel.
Oh, some people are talking about
I found about it by
the
Cree.
bigger one.
Skyles animation.
Yeah, not BPS. Yeah, we're talking about BPC. This channel here. Anyway.
Yeah.
We're just kind of wondering. Got the new. Oh, in a few days I'm gonna be recording the new community roundup. How did I find it? Well, I made it.
How did you find it?
Yeah. So it seems like, I mean, it might be worth being more open with Discord, because Discord is the only way we really have like the kind of community involvement. Like,
I'd like to strip it down completely and reorganize it fully.
Most BPC, most people BPC here are saying they came from Discord. A lot of patrons are very active on Discord, and people who hang out on Discord. So maybe just making Discord bigger and having more of a kind of community. Maybe that's kind of what channels need now. Just bigger kind of community stuff. That way they can get people involved, and you can't just like make videos and hope people watch them and enjoy them now, because it's harder to get there with that. Oh, great, it's raining. Just gonna go get food, but now it's raining. Like it does every day.
Silent that you can't buy anymore.
Oh yeah, and so. Yeah. Do you think all small channels are bad? Oh, does YouTube think all small channels are bad? I don't think it thinks all small channels are bad. I think it just thinks by limiting the amount of small channels they can get paid, it will probably save them money. I'm sure all this is a saving money thing on YouTube. I'm sure they're making more money by doing this than they are. They're not going to lose money by doing this, or they wouldn't have done it. That's one thing I was thinking. I was like, wow, if half their channels now aren't making any money, all those ones were making $2, they can lose out money. But I'm sure they've figured out a.
That's why I think the starving of ads is like a good theory.
Because basically there are enough big channels that they don't need new ones technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're at it now. So thanks everyone for watching again, and we'll see you next podcast. Goodbye.
Goodbye.